Palestinian affairs analyst Osama Nazzal, who's live for us from Jenin in the occupied West Bank. Osama, many thanks for joining us. The words we've heard from Presidents Sisi and King Abdullah are ones we've heard before very clearly. What exactly should we be taking from this meeting, though, and does it really have any serious implications for being potentially game-changing in Gaza?
Really, what is expected by the Palestinian people from the Arab nation and the Arab leaders is much more. What is needed after 80 days of genocidal campaign by the Israeli occupation government against the Palestinian people, killing tens of thousands and injuring also until now over 53,000 people, demolishing Gaza completely, decimating it, razing it to the ground. What is expected is not only meetings and the statements and diplomatic terms. What is needed is really pressure by using the resources and the power that they have as Arabs and Arab leaders now, and not to beg to the United Nations and to the international community, the Europeans, the Americans, to pressure Israel. The Arabs and the Muslims should themselves pressure Israel, and they can at least sever the diplomatic relations that they have. Some of these countries who have Israeli ambassadors and Israeli embassies in their capitals, why don't they kick out these Zionist ambassadors whose government is killing children and women on a daily basis, whether in the Gaza Strip or in the West Bank? So really, the Arab official position is frustrating and disappointing, because we know that by one word, they can stop this war against the Palestinians. If they threaten, for example, to increase the price of oil, I'm sure that the United States is going to creep to the Arab Gulf on its belly not to do that, and then it will pressure Israel to stop its madness and to stop its, which is far beyond genocide. Really, the term genocide is no longer representative of the crimes that Israel is committing against the innocent Palestinian children and women in Gaza and the West Bank.
Osama, do you think the populations of Jordan and Egypt are going to consider this joint statement in any way sufficient in terms of their response to what's been going on? Is it in any way an acknowledgement of what amounts to the real power of both those countries in this situation?
Yeah. Now, when we talk about the public opinion about the Arab and Muslim peoples and peoples around the world, it is all for the cause of Palestine and for the rights of the Palestinians. And no one supports the Israeli mad war against children and women in the Gaza Strip. But the problem is with the official position that what they pay to the Palestinian people at this critical stage of the Palestinian history and the Palestinian cause is just statements and lip service. Of course, the Egyptian position and the position with regard to the Israeli plan of expelling the Palestinians first from Gaza and then from the West Bank, that is highly appreciated and it is very important. But preventing Israel from expelling the Palestinians is as important as stopping Israel from killing the Palestinians. Because if Israel continues its war against the people in Gaza, then after a few months from now, they are not going to find any Palestinian to expel or to take out of Gaza, because they are going to kill all the Palestinians. We are talking about every day more than 200 to 300 Palestinians getting killed by the Israeli bombs and the Israeli shelling. So what is needed now, and instead of talking about the expulsion and what might happen after 1 month from now, what should be focused on is to stop the Israeli killing machine from taking more lives of the Palestinian children and the Palestinian families in Gaza. What's happening in the Palestinian territories these days, whether in the West Bank or in Gaza, is really painful and it's unbearable, and it It's not accepted by any human being who has a heart and who has a conscience. It is an ongoing killing machine against the people. And when we talk about our people, the Palestinians, defenseless people, just today Israel killed 6 young men from Nur Shams refugee camp in the northern West Bank. These people were defenseless, were civilians. They were having nothing. They were not fighting against the Israeli soldiers. Why? Because Israel has a plan, and it is implementing this plan to force the Palestinians out of their land, either by force or voluntarily. And that is the dangerous part of the Israeli game right now.
All right, Osama, thank you very much for that. We'll leave it there. Osama Nazzal, a Palestinian affairs analyst for us out of Jenin in the occupied West Bank.
Thank you.